Is up, boys? Good morning. It is Monday today, October 14th, and we got some picks here for you for Monday Night Football. A little recap of Sunday first. Yeah, might not have been the best day. It wasn't a bad day. We kind of got screwed over with the running backs. Not really sure what happened with them. They just didn't get used when they should have. We hit the touchdowns one. That was a lock. And then our other one with Zay Flowers, Jamar Chase, and David Montgomery's rushing attempts. We absolutely smashed the Zay Flowers over. That was a lock and a half. But then the Jamar Chase one, I'm not even sure what happened in that game. And then the David Montgomery one, they just blew him out, and I don't know, they just were kind of screwing around in the game and didn't really need to use Monty that much. So, it's all right. It happens. Like I said, we're back from Monday, though. We got 10 lines I like here. Let's just refresh the page here so we get the most up-to-date here. Hopefully they still have all the lines I like. So, first one, we'll go with the touchdown one first that I like. I like James Cook to get into the end zone. This Bills offense has been cooking, especially in the run game. And Cook is getting used a ton, especially in these big games. You can see 20 attempts, 11 attempts, even 9 attempts. Now, there was some question about his availability, as you can see there. Cook should be good to go. There shouldn't be too much limitation for him, I believe. I can pull it up real quick just to see here. See, injuries, clear questionable. James Cook was on the Friday one listed as questionable. So I don't think he should be limited at all this game, which is why I also like his rushing attempts line set at 14. Now you may be looking at this in the last 3 games saying he's only gone over it once. Yes, he's only gone over it once, but like I said, they have been relying on this run game. Last game, Josh Allen went 9 for 30 in passing, so I wouldn't be surprised if they look towards the running more this game as well, and especially getting that started early. So I like both his touchdown and his rush attempts line there. Moving over to the Jets side of the ball, we've got Garrett Wilson, 9.5 targets. Now, I'm not sure if you guys have looked at the stat line for last game, but he had 23 targets. Now, we're just going to pull up Aaron Rodgers. He had 54 attempts and 29 completions. So Garrett Wilson sees a very large target share, and I would like to see that happen again. So I like his targets. I don't love his receiving yards though, because when he gets these kind of targets, he's bound to get the receiving yards. But I like his targets the most here, especially at 9.5. I mean, you don't have to have a 23 target game, 13 reception game to have 10 targets. You can have these, 9-5, 8-5. You can have a 10-7 day or whatever it is. So I like his 9.5 targets there for sure. Also with receptions, I like Breece Hall's reception line at 3.5. Whether this comes from design screens for Breece Hall, because the Bills' defense is getting to Rodgers, or Breece Hall is just there for a dump off. I like him to have 4 receptions at least. I mean, we can see he's getting used in the receiving game with 3, 2, and 4 in his last 3 games. I like him to have 4 receptions once again this game. And once again with the receptions, we're coming down here to Allen Lazard. Allen Lazard, besides Garrett Wilson's target share, seems to be Aaron Rodgers' number 1 receiver. For Allen Lazard, he's the red zone guy. He's the guy that Rodgers looks to when he needs somebody to throw to. So I really like Lazard to have 3 receptions, whether they are in the end zone or not. I like him to have 3 receptions, and probably just little slants to the middle, or like design routes specifically for Lazard here. I like him to have his 3 receptions. He's also hit this in his last 3 games. This third one here would have been a push, but you can also see he's getting 8 targets, 9 targets, and he's getting used a lot more, especially in the red zone. So Lazard I like for his receptions and his receiving yards. With the 3 receptions, we're saying he catches for an average of about 10-ish yards, 10.75 or something like that. Or actually, it'd be 11 if we're looking for 33. Which is very doable for Lazard, especially if he sees 4 receptions or 5 receptions, or even if he does see the 3 receptions, catching 3 little slants to the middle of the field and getting 10, 11, 12-ish yards or whatever it is. So I like both Lazard's reception line and receiving line. We're going to go back up just a little bit to Braylon Allen and his rushing yards. Braylon Allen is showing to be the main back in this committee. He's hit this 2 out of the last 3 games. Minnesota has a phenomenal run defense, so I'm not surprised he didn't hit it here. But with the new Jets play caller, I would like to see them maybe get the run game going just a little bit more, and that means using Braylon Allen a lot more. So if you don't trust his rushing, though, you could for sure probably trust his receiving, as he's getting over 10 receiving yards every game. If you really, really believe in him, you could go for his rush and receiving yards. But I like his rushing yards or receiving yards the most. You can pick which one to take there. And last line before we have a little fun, we're going to take Josh Allen's lower on passing yards. Yeah, we're not doubting Josh Allen by any means. We're just saying this Bills offense is going to be using James Cook a ton. Just Josh Allen doesn't need to pass the ball for like we see down here 263 yards for them to win necessarily. I mean, he threw it for 30 times in this game and completed 9 of his passes. I think that not necessarily sends a message, but to them is like, all right, you're still our quarterback, but we got a run game that we can build here now. So I like them to use James Cook more and Josh Allen not have to do as much with his arm. Now, here's where I like to play a lot. Kicking lines, kicking points. I know it's stupid and it's silly, but kicking points are some of the easiest to be like, all right, I think they can get this. Because all Greg Zuerlein has to do is kick 2 field goals and an extra point, or 3 field goals, or whatever it is. And Tyler Bass has to do similar. I like both their hires. I think the Jets can get into the Bills' territory, and whether they get a touchdown or not, Greg Zuerlein's kicking. Same with Tyler Bass. Yeah. I think both kickers could go over on their kicking points. And so, if you are like me and like to, maybe do a little bit different, or a little bit different things on here, then take the kicking points. It's a fun way to watch it. I'm not gonna lie to you. So, those are 10/11 picks that I like from Monday Night Football. Yeah, I'm hoping it goes better than Sunday, especially better than Thursday, but we'll see here. But good luck to you guys. Do what you do. Make some money. Do it on Underdog. Best spot to do it. Have a great day, boys. And we will see you back here Thursday morning for Thursday night picks. All right. See ya.